Hi, everyone. It's Gerby here from Suitcase Gals. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's a pleasure to be on today to actually bring you the one of my favorite islands that we will be traveling to coming up this November. So Saint Lucia, I do have a sales manager from Saint Lucia who will be joining us in about 10 minutes or so. And he is super excited to bring you everything Saint Lucia. So he again will be coming on around 2:10ish, and we'll see him at that time. But until then, I did want to give you a little bit more about Suitcase Gals and what we are all about, so that you can kind of get a better understanding for those who have never joined us before of what and why you should join us on this an amazing trip to St. Lucia in November to get out of the freezing cold of many of the states around the US. So I myself, I'm Gerby, and I um, am one of the leaders at Suitcase Gals, and Leslie, who unfortunately couldn't be with us today. She is also the other partner in Suitcase Gals. Both of us have come to and brought Suitcase Gals alive with years of experience in travel. And I have to say that the Caribbean Islands has become one of my favorites just because of the relaxation and just being able to kind of lay down and not having to worry about anything while I'm there. So that's kind of a little bit about us. Again, we are going to get to St. Lucia and what St. Lucia is all about in just a little bit, but also Suitcase Gals. Why should you join Suitcase Gals? So, Suitcase Gals is a small group travel for women over 40. So, many of you who have traveled with us will understand why Suitcase Gals is such a perfect way to join a group and to make it your next trip. We do not specialize in larger groups where you are now a person, not a number, and not a person. I think we've all kind of been there, right? Like when you're in this big group and the tour guide's got an umbrella and you're way back there and you can't hear a word they're saying. That is not us. We are all about exploring, immersing, laughing, and really enjoying exclusive tours that are catered to our group. And that's the beauty of Suitcase Gals. We really like to embrace the local traditions. We make local connections because we are able to kind of find those hidden gems in whichever country, Caribbean island, or anywhere that we're at because of our smaller groups. Our group, as mentioned, is catered to women over 40. So we don't care if you're married, divorced, single, widowed, come along. We understand that you may not have a travel partner, and we would love to have you on our next trip. So anybody, if you can't find a companion, let us know. We can try to find you a roommate. We also cater to finding you a roommate that you can room with, or we also understand that there are some women out there who'd like to go solo and have their own room. So all of our itineraries are really special in that matter of fact, that you're able to actually find, be able to choose between having a single or a double room. Well, the beauty of this trip to St. Lucia is that we are all going to have our single ocean view suites that are going to be phenomenal. And so it's an opportunity to kind of come along and relax. And we get it because women travel differently than men, right? That's why we created this group, because women do travel differently. Our interests are different. We're looking to travel and we're looking to make friends and we're willing to go out of our way for others. I think it just is a very nice way to travel with other women and still be able to immerse and see the islands that you're looking for and the countries. Um, so what else you need to know is seamless travel. You do not have to do anything. This trip to St. Lucia is completely organized. The only thing you have to do is register. put your deposit down and then your full payment, and then find your airfare. And again, what we do at Suitcase Gals is we will suggest a airfare for you and let you know what the best flight pattern is. Or if you're flying out of the same airports, we can try to get everyone to kind of fly together and let everyone know which airline to take. So that's an advantage as well. And then we do offer travel insurance for all of our travelers so that you can button up that trip and go on that trip without feeling any hesitations to making that happen. So seamless travel and people that you can trust. Leslie, myself, or Laura will actually go on the trips with you, and we will actually be on that trip leading it. So again, relax, enjoy, rejuvenate, because you don't have to worry about a thing. We take care of all the logistics so that all of our Suitcase Gals can come along and enjoy and just relax. And what sets us apart, I would say, is probably our size. So again, we really try to do small travel with our Suitcase Gals trip. We are looking for at least 6 travelers, up to 10. We would love for everyone to join us. Remember, just think about November where you're at and think about the weather and how chilly it can be. It's really nice to already have a trip planned ahead of time so that you can go immerse in the beautiful island of Saint Lucia, which, if you didn't know, is the only Caribbean island, fun fact, only Caribbean island that is named after a woman. And the majestic Pitons, when you see the incredible Pitons, it will make your jaw drop because the landscapes, the greenery, the rainforest, it's such an unbelievable island. You will fall in love and you will go back. It will happen. So the beauty of our trips is the smaller sizes. And again, this trip to St. Lucia, we will have individual rooms, which is a perk. So please know that that's one big perk of this trip that we're including. And again, if you we have tours on all of our trips, but they do not consume your day. So another little perk about Suitcase Gals is being able to have tours that don't consume your day, so that if you wanted to relax and enjoy the beach, or if you wanted to relax in your room and enjoy the ocean views and the sounds of the waves crashing as you're sitting out on the balcony, you can do that. You have that choice. And if you want to hang out with everybody else down at the beach or wherever everyone else is, you have that opportunity because you have a built-in family that's coming along with you. So those are kind of the perks, because there's so many different things that are happening. And I have to say, the laughter, the friendships, and just the bond that happens on our trips is phenomenal. And there's something said about water, right? Like when you see water and you see that deep blue sea of the Caribbean, it just puts you into a trance of like relaxation, enjoyment, and having a really, really good time. So again, this November trip is going to be amazing. And as soon as Ernie gets on, which should be in the next minute or so, he will give you everything St. Lucia. And I think the other beauty about women traveling together is we adapt, right? Like we adapt, we overcome. We can move on with any hiccups that happen along the way. And it just is a really good way of bonding with each other. So I think that in itself is a plus for me. What I've enjoyed about my Suitcase Gals trips is really having other women with me, being able to relax, being able to immerse, and being able to really see the city, the country, and the island has been a perk, because you see it differently than going on a bus tour with 40 people, or going on a trip where you're 40 people deep. This is a really nice way to be able to do that. And again, it's a seamless travel. How do you get to meet other suitcase gals is a great question that we've had in the past. And the way that you can meet other suitcase gals is to be able to go on to any of our social sites at suitcasegals.com is our website. We are on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn, we are on YouTube, which is where this will be living after we're done with this show. And we are on Meetup, which all of our registration forms and events, etc., are posted. So please take a look at that. We do have an Unravel travel series, where this is kind of our Unravel travel series of Saint Lucia, and kind of understanding Saint Lucia a little bit more, and understanding that the Caribbean islands are not all the same, because they're really not. I've been to quite a few, and they are very different from the other. Um, but it is a really good way to be able to, on the Unravel travel series, to see, we've got travel tips, we've got women's safety, we've got mobile phone and how to unlock your mobile phone when you're traveling abroad. And again, those are monthly, and we will be taking a break for July and August, and we will reconvene in September for the Unravel travel series. But we will, again, they're all living on our YouTube page. So please subscribe to our YouTube page and take a look at that. One of the other questions I had was, how do you, if you have a friend that you have spoken to, or a neighbor, or someone at work, a colleague, and they're like, God, I want to go on that trip with you to St. Lucia. How can you invite them? Of course you can, because if if you love to travel and you are a woman who's 40 or over, or even 38 or 37, I mean, it doesn't matter. Come along with us. We would love to have them. Just give them our website handles, and give them our registration form or our email addresses, and we would be more than happy to take on any questions or bring them along with us. That would be an amazing thing. But in reference to St. Lucia, I'm still waiting for Ernie here. He should be here shortly. So hopefully he'll sign on quickly, because I really want you guys to meet him. I just felt like having this directly from someone from St. Lucia, and being able to deliver the island to you, would be so much better than I could ever do, because I can't tell you how breathtaking this island is, with being able to really, it mesmerizes you when you're sitting there on the beach and looking out into that sea, and being able to take all of these tours that we are going to take as a group. Rum tasting, unbelievable, and so much fun. Being able to take a land and a sea cruise, because when you're on a Caribbean island, it's so nice to be able to see the island by sea and by land. It's just a different view. If you have ever been to an island and you just kind of plop down for 4 days and you haven't really moved, you haven't really experienced the island the way that you have seen in, on YouTube or on the books, or what people are saying. And St. Lucia is definitely an island that we should explore, and we will be doing that. We'll also immerse in the mud baths, and be able to immerse in really being able to. It's actually a really cool experience, because I did this last October, where you've got all the mud baths and they're heated in different temperatures, and once you've put on this mud bath, I'm telling you, exfoliating with this, there's something said about how soft your skin is after you've done this, and just the experience of relaxing and taking in the experience that you're actually having while you're there, bar none. Like, you can't get that in other places. What else? Rum tasting, I mentioned as well. And being able to see the majestic pitons. When you see the gross and petite piton, it's unbelievable. In one of my trips, I actually stayed on the south, and into one of the hotels that are carved into the mountains, that you have an absent wall and you can peer onto these majestic mountains, and it is breathtaking. So that's another that will be really a lot of fun. The resort we're choosing is all inclusive, so you will need to worry about nothing because everything is included. And so you can come, enjoy, relax, and have a good time. And one of the beauties of this, one of our first trips that we did was to Jamaica. And that trip, I felt like it solidified kind of what Suitcase Gals is about, because you can do as much or as little as you want with the group. And most obviously choose to do as much, right? Because we're just so much fun. But you really, if you want breakfast and you want to kind of do breakfast on your own today, feel free. And that's the beauty of all inclusive, is you can do as much as little. Go grab a snack, don't grab a snack, lay on the beach, don't lay on the beach, whatever you would like. And it gives you that opportunity to do that. And the other thing is we're also incorporating a chocolate making tour, which I am actually super excited about. So we get our hands dirty and get to make our own chocolate bars. So that is going to be super fun. We'll learn about the distilleries and how sugarcane it turns into rum and all of that fun stuff. I just came back from Barbados and we had a rum tasting as well. And the one in Saint Lucia is really phenomenal as well. I've done that in the past. So I think, and that's why that's on there. So between chocolate making, your land and sea, your mud baths, and just being able to really explore the island and have your own ocean suite where you look into the ocean views and you can sit out on the balcony with your coffee or your tea in the morning and just relax. I know some people like to go in the afternoon maybe and just take a little cat nap, whether it's on the beach or in your room, and you're able to do that in your own little sanctuary on the beach. And you can only do that if you come along with us at Suitcase Gals, because it's super fun. Now, I apologize, ladies, but I cannot get questions on here. And I wish I was with someone to be able to do that, but I don't see the question myself out of there for a second. I apologize. So I have not seen Ernie as of yet. I'm not sure what happened to him here. So I'm hoping he will hop on in a second so that we can continue. But I kind of gave you a little just, and if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat, or sorry, in your comments, and I will get back to you on those. Being doing this by myself, it's kind of rough to figure out the comments and not see the comments because I'm unable to see those while I'm doing this. So I do apologize for that. But again, this trip, November 2nd through the 7th of this year, and full payment is due on July 20th. It is a phenomenal trip. All the pricing and the itinerary is completely listed on our website. And it is curated for us, for Suitcase Gals, for us to take this trip to be able to immerse and enjoy an ocean view, beautiful room, suite, to have an all-inclusive at our resort, to be able to immerse and enjoy all of these fantastic chocolate making tours, your land and sea tour, your mud baths, your distillery, and sip some rum, share some rum with us. It's all about being together and being able to do this. We will definitely opt for having some dinners together. And again, if that's something that you'd like to some days, like, you know what, I'm going to take tonight and I'm going to do this on my own. Perfect. But you know what? This is all about building good conversations, enjoying the history, the landscapes, because the landscapes in St. Lucia are phenomenal. One of my biggest experiences that I actually thought was lovely was I was sitting on the beach one day and here comes a boat, and the boat, it was like this little raft and it had fruit on it. So that was their fruit market. The fruit market was these two gentlemen who actually sold fruit out of their boat. So they just kind of, rode through and stopped at every resort And anyone who was interested in any of the fruit, they would stop to be able to give you that. It was unreal. Like, I loved that. So that's a really little hidden gem of Saint Lucia and what it can, some experience that it can deliver to you. Food, phenomenal. The food is phenomenal. You will enjoy the Caribbean food. You will enjoy some delicious fresh fish. Um, I always enjoy my red snapper. In reference to weather in November, it's the end of hurricane season. So you may get some rain here and there, but what's Caribbean rain for like 5 minutes? It's okay. And I did travel there in October and I traveled there in November, and both months were right on, spot on, sunny, beautiful, gorgeous beach days. So please don't allow the weather to keep you back, because it is unbelievable. Just know that we don't consume your entire day. So you will have time to enjoy your suite as well, and enjoy time on your own, because this is one of those trips where everyone's getting a suite and everyone is going to be able to have and enjoy a relaxing trip away for 5 days in this beautiful island that, again, has been named after a woman. So it just seems fitting for Suitcase Gals, because it is named after a woman. So let me see. I want to see really quick if he has joined us at all here. I don't know if he's having technical issues. I know Ernie had to get on a call. I'm not sure if that lasted a little bit longer. Not sure. But where do you find this fabulous information? So I may have to wrap up, because I want to be very respectful of everybody's time as well. And we may have to do a pop-up session, or I may have to put a recording on with Ernie's session so that you guys can enjoy that, because I actually did not prepare myself with photos and so forth for St. Lucia. So I will get that to you guys. But where do you get the information for St. Lucia is you can go to our website at suitcasegals.com, and you go up to the top to the trips and to the Caribbean islands, and you can click on St. Lucia and the registration form. Everything is there. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at suitcasegals@gmail.com, and we will answer any of your questions that you may have. And then if you have any friends that would like to come along, we'd love to have them too. Again, this trip is open to 6 people. We will definitely take more, but the pricing and cost and so forth right now is based on 6 travelers. So please, if you have any friends, any girlfriends who would be interested, we'd love for them to come along. I have to say, if you have not been to this island, you will absolutely enjoy it. It's one of my favorite islands. It's so majestic. It's so gorgeous. And this picture that I have here and those colors, that's real life. Like, it is so beautiful. And the colors and the landscapes are absolutely gorgeous. We will be staying on the north side of the island, which is more of the touristy area, but we will be traveling to the southern part of the island where the Pitons are and the mud baths and everything else. So you will get the best of both worlds on this trip. And again, it is a trip that is complete with relaxation as well as tours to be able to give you the best of both worlds. Our meetup page at suitcasegals.com will also be able to give you the information for this trip, and be able to provide you with the registration form. And if you don't see it, please let me know. But in the meantime, I do want to be very respectful of your time. And I do apologize that Ernie has not come in, but I know he's got a good reason, because I know they're very, very busy right now. So I do apologize for that. And I will check in with him, and I will post in the meetup when his session has been uploaded so that I can record that with him. But in the meantime, again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the YouTube, or feel free to actually email me or at suitcasegals@gmail.com, or you can reach out to me via text. Our phone numbers are there as well. I would love to give you any information that you need. I'm going to put this slide up really quick. So follow us on our social media. If you'd like, you can kind of take that QR code right there. You can email us here, and you can call Leslie or I at either one of those numbers or text either one of us. We'll be happy to answer any of your questions. So again, I really apologize for him not being here today. I will definitely make sure that I upload his video because you have to watch it. It's going to be phenomenal, and it'll lock in why you should be traveling to St. Lucia with us. So St. Lucia, ladies, let's go to St. Lucia in November. See you there. Thank you.